at the same time on these settings that I've got 1080p, 16:9, 60 frames per second wide. Come here. Now this is where I get sick of him pulling. Right. Come here. Hiya, bud. Hey, come here, son. Come here. Come here. Come on. Right, let me put him in his right hand so I can hold him back a bit better. Right, because he's really powerful. Right, so this is the walk I do with Bay, my daughter's dog, all the time when I have him staying with me. We'll go around the corner here and up the track towards the golf course wall. Hiya. Right, come here. Come here. Right. That's it. This is where I get angry because he's so powerful. He just pulls and I can't do anything. I can't record. I can't push buttons until I stop him pulling, so I can steady myself. Right. It's hard work taking him for a walk, I tell you. But I just want to test the camera out. I mean, it's not very bright at the moment anyway. It's really dull, overcast grey. I just want to test to see how it records as I'm walking along with a limp. So I'm going up and down, slightly left and right. So I want to see how good the camera is at compensating for all that. And obviously voice control, record video and audio whilst on the move. I've just tested it at the outside my window at the back garden, and I had a fully charging battery, and I got nearly wait a minute, an hour and 21 and 30 odd, like nearly just short of 2 hours on one battery fully charged. That was good. At the settings I've got the camera set to. Now when I was using my GoPro 9, I was using settings 1080p, 60 frames per second the same, but this one's got the extra 16:9 letterbox shape. So I'll just see how it turns out when I record things and then put it back on my computer and then play it back. Just want to see how it turns out. Right, so I haven't had Bay for over 3 weeks now because I've had a lot of problems with my toenails digging in to my toes and I've been bloody sore. So I've had to mess around trying to buy boots galore to try and get a pair that'll fit, so that it doesn't interfere with me toes at the toenails, and it doesn't interfere with me little toe getting squashed up against the next door neighbour, because the toe caps are not wide enough. So I finally managed to get 2 pairs of boots, so I think I can get away with it. I've got 1 pair on now, so taking him for a walk is just like a test run to see how my toes go on. But as soon as my toenails start to grow, they start getting pushed down into the toe sockets from the toe caps. And that's what starts causing the discomfort and the pain. So I've been back to the doctors and she gave us the all clear. Just told her what I'm doing, trying to get better boots. Right, so you go to the top of the bang here and it starts flattening out, and then you're on the golf course wall. God, getting dragged all over. You kind of stay on a straight path, and when you do, we cross from both directions, so you're getting pulled from pillar to post all the time. It's hard work, really hard work, and frustrating. And because I came up here this morning, when I went for him after I've been at the doctor's, I got to the wall there and I let him off, and he ran along the wall, tiring himself out, so he's not dragging me all over. But once again, problem, he wouldn't come back, so I couldn't catch him to get him back on his leader because I can't run after him. So it has its problems, so I've got to keep him on the leader all the time, and that's what tires us out, because it's constant pull on my right arm. With it being right-handed, I've got to like hold the leader in my right hand and my right arm. There's a dog over there. Now, one good thing come out of the walk earlier on, he came across about 4 dogs altogether, 5 dogs, and he went up to them, obviously, and some of them growl at him, but he doesn't retaliate, which is good. He just, if they snack at him, he just turns his face away from them and just looks at them as if you're daft. But he's not aggressive, he's not a fighter, so that's good. Hey, God knows what this footage is going to be like, because I'm all out of the shop with him getting dragged as all over. Hey, come on, come on. But this is just a test run for when I go out hiking on my next trip out with him. But from what I've learned, because he hasn't seen us for weeks, he's very, very excited. So when he comes out, he's pulling even more than he normally does. So I've got to go back to Kielder forest area and just let him off to run along the Forestry Commission tracks where there's no animals, no cattle, no sheep, no horses. Very rare you see people. And I can just afford to let him off and let him run ragged off his leader to tire him out. And then when I go to put him back on the leader to go back to the car, he's not pulling us all over like he is now. But I know what he's doing. This is toilet time. He'd be looking for a place to go on the toilet, which I've taught him to do, go in the long grass. So he's doing that all the time, so I've trained him well. So he knows what's expected of him when I bring him out and he starts going along the long grass. He just looks for a spot to go. Hey, hey. Hey. Right, let me see this camera. Come here! That's it. So, when I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing, because he's pulling me all over, I can't concentrate on what I'm doing. Hey, it's hard work. But like I say, if I drive out to like the Kielder forest, let him off, he runs ragged, he runs forward, he comes back, he runs forward, and at least he stops and looks back to see where I am. And once he's been off the leader and burnt all that excess energy off that he's got when he first gets out, he's not too bad when I have to put him back on a leader. He's not like pulling like an express train. So yeah, I mean, this is not going to turn out very good footage anyway because it's dark, it's overcast grey, and there's a very, very, very fine drizzle now. Are you going to the toilet, son? Are you going to the toilet? That's what I say. Are you going to the toilet? Then he knows that that's what I'm wanting from him. And he just pulls us over at the long grass tufts, and then he just picks his spot. So we're off the tracks. Come on, son. Good boy. Are you going to the toilet? Come on, go to the toilet. Good boy. Right, come on. Hey, hey. Right, you go to the toilet, son? Go to the toilet, good boy. Good boy, go to the toilet, son. I don't know if he'd be ready or not now, but he had his dinner at round about dinner time, so that half tin with 2 handfuls of biscuits has had time to go through. So he might go, I don't know. But he's certainly not short of going for wheeze. Right. That lady up ahead with the Labrador, she's a friend of mine. fellow dog walker. And the other woman's a friend of mine that lives just on the corner where I live, Lorraine. So this is a very popular dog walking spot along the golf course wall here, going over towards Marsden quarry, and the coast road. I've already like made a record with this GoPro 12 with this 256 gigabyte micro SD card in it, and a GoPro 12 battery, which is fully charged, like I say. So, and because I'm only recording at 1080p and not 4K, anything like that, you can get a lot longer out the batteries, and the files are not absolutely huge, so it takes up a lot of space on your SD card, and it takes forever to upload them. So that's why I just stick to 1080p, because that's good enough. It's clear enough to see where you're going, what you're doing, and recording your video and audio. Hey, come here, come here, come here. You can't keep to the trail. He's pulling me all over. Hey, this way, come here. Oh man, this is what tires you out. It's like trying to hold back a boat that's broke away from its moorings, and you're trying to hold it back to get the rope back on the buoy tie off. That's what it's like. He's so powerful and strong. This is the only break you get when he stops to sniff and pee on every other dog's wee. It's funny how they lick it and sift it through their tongues. But if I want to go out and enjoy my walk, I've got to take him to a place where I can let him off, so I'm not getting dragged all over, so I can concentrate on pointing my camera where it's gone and talking without getting angry and vexed and fatigued when my arms are aching after him pulling them out the sockets constantly. Come on, Howie. And at the moment, because I'm having to force my foot down for to hold him back to stop me pulling me over, that's what's pushed me toes up into the toe caps of my boots. So this is just like a test run, and straight away I'm having problems because he's non-stop. Now when I had corn, I didn't have to put him on a leader, so I could walk through fields of sheep and there was no pulling, so I could do what I'm doing, enjoy me walk, look around without worrying that he's going to run off or not come back. But this bugger, total different kettle of fish. It's just one speed, drag, 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 head where I want to go and bugger you. I don't know how these dog trainers manage to get the dogs to walk by your heel, but I don't know if it's this breed or not, but He's just stubborn and you know I've dragged him back by his neck and pull him and say, "Hey, stop pulling." Within seconds he's back to it. So no matter how many times I rip him back on his prong collar, he still wants to drag and steamroll away like he is now. More dog walkers over there. Right, come on, that way. So this is the second walk since I've had I went to the doctor's for a 9:10 appointment this morning. Then I left West Road and then went up to Borden Lane to go and pick up the dog from my daughter's house. She's ill in bed with flu symptoms. So that's because she's had the jab in the arm, because our job forced her to get it if she wanted to keep her job. And I was really, really extremely angry at that. So obviously our immunity's been, excuse the French, fucked up. So everything that's going around, she's going to pick it up and she won't be able to fight it off. And I told her this when she actually told us that she had been forced to get the jab in the arm. I thought, oh shit. So all these people that's forced people to get the jab, knowing that it's a bioweapon, they're all going to get locked up. No excuses. Sent to Gitmo. And in some cases, they'll be getting executed for crimes against humanity. Hey, slow down, son, slow down. Oh, who's that, son? Who's that? Now these Salomon boots I've got on are size 11s, and they're just touching me toes. Aye. So like I say, when he's dragging me forward, I'm trying to put my foot down and hold him back. They're getting pushed forward all the time. Oh, who's that, son? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Now when I turn left here and start going down the hill through the tree line, that's going downhill, and that's when your toes get pushed forward as well. So I've got to really pull him back so he doesn't pull us down the hill quick. So my toes start hurting. I mean, if this camera is going to compensate for me bouncing around all over the shop, limping up and down and getting pulled from left to right with him, you see, he knows what I'm going to do when I stop dead. He knows I'm going to wrench him on the neck, and he turns around quick and knows he's going to get wrong. But he still goes ahead and starts pulling. Right, wait, we're going home now. We're going home now, go and get your dinner. Are you hungry, son? Do you want to go and get your dinner? I'm going to give you that other half of the tin with your 2 biscuits. 2 big handfuls of biscuits. And that'll do for your tea. Before I take you home. Right, so I told Natalie, I says I miss having Bay. I haven't seen him for over 3 weeks. But I don't miss this bit of it where he's dragging along on a leader. And here we go downhill. If you're quiet when you come down here in the mornings, squirrels galore, running about and climbing up the trees and jumping across from one to the other. It's very clever to watch them, how they're fantastic climbers, and swinging off branches upside down and running along the branches upside down. And then, like I say, they run to the ends of them and jump across and go to the other side of the path onto the other trees. They've got near fear of heights and they're like trapeze artists. Aye. Aye. So I mean, obviously when you go down here, you've got magpies and wood pigeons galore. And like I say, on the odd occasion you'll see squirrels running across in front of you. Right, so there's the bottom path down there, coming along from Lake, what do you call it? Lake Avenue. And Lizard Lane. That comes down from the riding stables and the Whitburn Golf Club. It's all in that area. Are you going to the toilet, son? Are you going to the toilet? I thought he's pulling us over. Like I say, this is how I've trained him. He goes off to the side of the path. But he's fussy where he goes, like. He's got to plonk his bum where he wants to plonk it. Got to be in a certain spot where there's a nice smell or something. These dogs are funny, man. But they love you to death and they're very faithful, good companions. They don't discriminate. And like I say, they love you unconditionally. Oh, Marty Vicker. So the recording that I did, like just sticking the camera on me upstairs window ledge, pointing out to the back garden, very impressed with that. I picked up everything, the sound of the pigeons on the roof cooing, the flapping of the wings when they were coming to land on the roof above the window. Me coming out in the garden, talking away to hit the dog, because I was messing about with some shoes outside the back door and I heard all that. So the microphone on these things are absolutely brilliant. But having said that, because they're so temperamental, you know, they pick up everything. When it's a windy day, you've got to start thinking about putting wind mufflers on. Otherwise you get that horrible roar of the wind on your audio channel. So when you play them back, it sounds bloody awful. Raw wind blowing across your camera. I just put this thick sweatshirt on to keep us warm out here, and my cap, and so I put my chest harness on and fix the camera to my chest harness like I normally do with my GoPro 9. So this is exactly the same setup that I did with my 9, but this is the 12, this footage here. So I hope every time I go out and go to press record, it doesn't come up with that stupid message like it did earlier on. Like I said, if you wish to add a tag, press the button, press such and such a button. Well, I don't want to. I just want to set it up, go out and get out the car where I'm going and press record. That's it. So I'll have to double check for that as well. And the worst scenario for me is when I go to record and then it comes up with a message where, because you've had the battery out too long, you've lost the time and date. So it says, do you wish to set the time and date manually or use the app, which that, you know, they want everybody to have apps on their phone for everything so they can track and trace you. So I just have to go to the car and get my second pair of glasses and so I can see the smaller screen and set the time and date up manually. I hate it when it does that, like when I forgot to charge up the batteries and then you lose the memory of the time and date. You can see you've got to set it up again. Well, straight away after the short walk, my toes are starting to feel it now because they're getting pushed into the toe caps every now and again. Where I was comfortable just walking around, or when I'm sitting in the house and just walk from the living room to the kitchen, not a problem. But when he's pulling us along and I'm like having to put the brakes on with my boots, digging them into the ground. Why, when I got him to my house this morning, he drank that much water. I thought he was a bloody camel. He was so thirsty. Of course, I've got loads of rainwater stored in me water bowsers. I just went and filled up his dog's bowl right to the brim, just put it down, and he just kept on going, drink, 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 drink. So he must have needed it. Right, so there's the pub all boarded up and closed down. The White Horse round the corner from my house. My back garden backs onto the car park. So it'd be alright if I enjoyed going out for a pint because it's just round the corner, but I never ever went. I think I ever went in there twice for a drink when it was a red hot summer's day. It was red hot. Or there was another time they had like a bit of a singer on with the speakers outside and people were sitting outside on chairs and just clapping away to the songs getting sung. That's about it really. But I've never been one for going to pubs a lot anyway. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have to go for a drink to be sociable. Two dog walkers, vans. That's why there's so many people up on the hills there with their dogs. Two lots. Using this little N200, little diesels, what size engine are 1.5? They're going for miles on a full tank, and they're just the right size for putting little dog crates in for taking dogs for a walk. Right, are you going home now? Are you going to get your dinner? Are you hungry? Do you want the other half of your tin, son? And with your biscuits? Are you hungry? I tend to give them around about between 4 and 5 if I can like make him hold on. So by the time I take him home, he's had something, so he's just ready to go back home and lie down and be a good, well-behaved dog for my daughter. There was a stone sticking in my boots. Right. Right, so up there you've got Quarry Lane shops, just on the left there. We all have scaffolding this. Right, so I'll stop recording for now because I'm going back indoors.